Yeah, so there are a lot of red flags that you've got to be aware of. And if there are a lot of red flags, then you've got to run away.
And so if for whatever reason a seller decides to not use India sourcing network and they do find a manufacturer, someone they think is a manufacturer on a site like Alibaba or just through a Google search, maybe they find somebody through India Mart, maybe they find somebody, another way. What are some of the things that they can look out for to confirm that they are a legitimate manufacturer coming out of India? Because we've talked a little bit about the telltale signs from China's perspective, from Chinese manufacturers, and how to tell a trade agent from an actual factory, things like that. So what are some of the signs when you're looking to source from India?
Yeah, so there are a lot of red flags that you've got to be aware of. And if there are a lot of red flags, then you've got to run away. But there are three things that you need to check. First of all, is it a legitimate company? Because there are, some individuals out there as well who are just sitting in their garage and trying to get orders, like there are in China as well. And second, you have to check if they're a manufacturer. And third, if they have export experience. So those are the three things that I generally advise people to check. And there are different ways of checking this. So first of all, you can ask for their GST number. GST is goods and services tax, and every company in India they're required to have a GST number, and they have to file their GST returns every month. So in most cases, you'll find the GST number online. You can just do a search for the supplier name plus GST. You should be able to get their GST number listed on some website or their own website. And then there's a government database that you can cross-check this number in. So just Google, it's a very long URL, but just Google, check GST number India or something like that. You'll come across this government website and just pop the number in, and it'll give you some basic information about the company, such as when they were incorporated, who are the founders, what sort of business they have. And there you can actually tell if they have the word manufacturer listed in their business type. If they don't have manufacturer, then it means that they're definitely not a manufacturer, they're a trading company, because it's not like everybody can get, manufacturer as a business type. They have to prove that they have a factory and everything. So that's one really important thing. And that's a very quick and easy way to tell if a company is really a manufacturer. Of course, just because they have the word manufacturer, that doesn't mean that they produce the product that you are looking for, because oftentimes suppliers would produce some products in-house but outsource, the others. It just means that they do have a manufacturing setup and they are capable of manufacturing a product. Now you have to go figure out if it's actually the product that you are looking for. And then similarly, you can check if they have an IEC code. So you can ask them for their IEC code, or again, try to Google it, find it online. And then there's another website, a government database, and all these websites are in English in India, so it's a bit easier. You can do the same in China, but the websites are in Chinese. So then you just pop the IEC code on that website, and then again, it'll give you some basic information about, when they were issued the IEC code, if it's suspended or not, if there are any issues, and again, the business type is mentioned there as well. So those are the couple of things that you can do, and there are other things like you can ask them for their certificates, like their business registration certificate, or you can ask if they are members of an export promotion council. These export promotion councils are actually government organizations that are tasked with increasing exports in certain sectors in the country. So for example, there's an apparel export promotion council, cotton, handicrafts, etc. And so if they are a member of council, then that means that they are an exporter, because non-exporters can't join any of these councils as members. And what else, Mark? What am I missing? What are other red flags?
No, I think you've covered most of them. I think that's about the limit. Yeah. We could go on all day though, really.
Yeah.
I think for any country could go on all day.
Yeah, totally. You could also ask them for their buyer references and talk to some of the buyers. That's common as well. You won't offend them if you're asking, for some buyer references. Of course, they need to make sure that the buyer is aware and, willing to talk to you. Also try to find out their... Yeah, or a factory audit. Yes, that's what I was missing. So that's the best thing to do. I mean, if you're going big, if you're ordering in large volumes, then we strongly recommend getting a factory audit done to ensure that the company actually has the capability to produce the product that you have. They have the expertise, and also that they can manage the scale, especially if you're ordering in large volumes. So there are companies that do factory audits for a couple $100, just like there are in China. There are similarly third-party inspection and quality control companies that you can hire to go into the factories and do a very detailed factory audit.